Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Cadillac Culture event. My name is Victoria, and my job is to to give you like rundown of everything what's happening tonight. Okay, so three of us we American sales directors, and we represent a couple of hundred women in our units, and we are going to share with you our American stories, memories, maybe and we are so happy you're here, and we welcome our guests especially. And thank you so much for joining our event. I know some of you probably joined this event just to check us out, like what is this Mary Kay thing about, and that's great. You would learn about what we do in Mary Kay. So some of you probably just joined to support your consultant. She is running for some huge goal. Maybe she's earning something, and thank you so much for being here and helping her with her goal. And some of you, I know some of you there just like, I want some free products, or I want to win something. I want something for free, because we women love free stuff, right? And there is nothing wrong about it. We welcome everybody. And yes, speaking about free stuff, so we are going to do a couple of giveaways. So the first giveaway we are going to do tonight at the end of our live event. So to get entries into the drawing, we're going to do a drawing for one winner. You just need to comment live. Okay, so you can start commenting, put in the comments to get those entries. Who invited you? What's your consultant's name? And why is she amazing? What do you like about her? So that would get you those first entries. And you please comment during the whole event. The more you comment, the more entries you would get, and we will do the drawing at the end for some great price. And then the second entry is would be for the drawing for a grand prize, and it's $100 product giveaway that we are going to do on Sunday. So to get entries into that main drawing, you just need to give your feedback to your consultant. Okay, so she is going to text you a couple of questions to get your feedback about the event. And then we are going to, during this event, we are going to give out like 3 secret words, and you need to text those 3 secret words to your consultant as well. So first entry for those 3 secret words, you're going to text your consultant, and then the second entry just to answer a couple of questions she's going to ask you. Okay, so we will collect all the entries by Sunday, and we will do drawing on Sunday. And if you're one of the winners, we will let you know, and we will mail your basket with 100 of free products. How exciting is that? So yeah, keep putting in the comments so you're getting those entries. And I will start with my story. So my name is Victoria, and I am originally actually from Belarus. If you don't know, it's a small country west of Russia. It's kind of between Russia and Ukraine, like right there, small country, Belarus. So I went to the pampering session 18 years ago. I was stay-at-home mom. My daughter was 2 years old, and I just fell in love with the products. I loved how my skin felt at the end of the session. And then when my consultant told me a little bit more about the company, I decided to join right away for some products, for extra money, I would say, and flexibility. And I never thought I would be doing something like this 18 years later in the United States in English language, and doing all those crazy things that I'm doing in this business. So a little bit of my story. So I started my business back home, and then I got through the divorce and I moved to Russia. I was living in Moscow, and I was working full-time as a flight attendant and just doing Mary Kay on the side. And then I met my husband online, and 7.5 years ago, me and my daughter, we moved to the United States, and I'm in Colorado. And I joined Mary Kay again, actually. And I was not sure if I wanted to do it again, because this is not my language. My first language is Russian, so I was not confident enough to speak the language. And then it was my daughter actually who she was 12 by that time, and she grew up in Mary Kay culture. And she encouraged me. She's like, "Mom, like, you love Mary Kay. I remember like you were doing those appointments, like happy, earning some stuff." So she encouraged me to join Mary Kay again here. And that's what I did. And I'm so grateful that she kind of pushed me a little bit. I joined again 7 years ago, and I became a sales director almost 2 years ago. I earned two Mary Kay cars, so I'm currently driving Chevy Equinox, which is super fun. Never thought I would be doing something like this again. Just joined for some extra money and some fun and products. But it's a really cool, and that's why we call this event Cadillac Culture, because you can earn different cars in Mary Kay. So Chevy Equinox is one of the cars that we can earn, and that's the car that I'm driving. And beautiful pink Cadillac is another car that we are actually on target for earning our first pink Cadillac, and that's so exciting. And put in the comments again to get those entries if you've ever seen pink Cadillac somewhere, no matter where you live. But yeah, because they're all around, so be sure that when you see pink Cadillac next time, wave, because that woman worked really hard to earn that car. And the coolest part about when you earn your car with the company, you can choose a physical car, and that's what I did twice. And the company pays for the registration. They pay 85% of your insurance, and it's a brand new car. It smells like brand new car, right? So great. And but if you don't need a car, you can choose the money option as well. So there are two options. And so company car is one of the awards that we can earn. We can earn diamonds. How cool is that too? Like if you don't like diamonds for some reason, nothing wrong about it. There is a money option for this. So that's one of the perks, how the company rewards us for what we do. Like a lot of people ask me what was something that I didn't expect when I joined the company. So because I joined, for flexibility, and I was stay-at-home mom when I joined, but now I have blended family. I have two stepsons who are both like in sports, and I always wanted to be a present mom for my kids. And that's the flexibility of the business is awesome, because you can just sprinkle it around your life and still be a present mom and still take care of your family. And family is always priority, and work your business around it. And that's kind of great. I mean, money, like, yeah, we make 50% from everything we sell. That's great too. But something that I didn't expect when I joined, I would say the culture, and especially here when I moved to the United States. I mean, I didn't have any friends, just saying. My whole family, my friends stayed back in my home country. So, and now, like, looking back, like all these 7 years I've been with the company, actually April is my anniversary month. Woohoo! 7 years, yes, in the United States, and 18 years total. So I built my friendships in this new country to me, like through this business. I never expected anything like that. And that's kind of part of the culture that we have. It's very unique. It's very uncommon, I would say. So because what we are a supportive community of women. We just love each other, we help each other to grow, we empower each other, and it's a safe space to grow, to step out of your comfort zone. And then you choose who you want to work with, right? And then they become your friends. And that's what happened to me. So I actually had this moment when I celebrated one of my birthdays a couple of years ago. I was like sitting at the restaurant, and I invited my friends like last minute. And I was like looking at all of them, and they all came into my life through Mary Kay. Some of them my customers, some of them like on my team. And this is like, how cool is that? So you can use this just to build your friendships. And we have the best girlfriends in the world, just saying. We're having fun together, we celebrate each other, we cheer each other on. And that's how the company was created, to celebrate women. So that's a big part, and it's something that I didn't expect. So yeah, it's just a little bit about me, and you would hear from two of my girlfriends a little bit more about the company. So my secret word, and you need to text this word to your consultant, is magical. Magical, because I believe that we have magic in us, and so don't let anybody to take this magic from you. So magical is my secret word. And I'm so excited to introduce our next speaker, and I'm so excited to hear your story and for you guys to hear your story, because she's a legend. She's a legend. She's been with the company, oh my gosh, 47 years, you guys. This is so exciting. Donna, we are so, so, so happy to have you today, and take it away. And we're so excited to hear your story. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you, Victoria. I just met her tonight for the first time. And so now I feel like we're girlfriends, right? And, I'm just like you. I did it because of my family, and that's going to be part of my story. So thank you, Victoria, for all you shared. Well, thank you, Jessica and Victoria, for inviting me this evening to your special group. Um, I am actually Jessica's grandma in Mary Kay, right? Yes, because I I am her director, and did Linda recruit you also?
Yes.
Okay, so I am Linda, her director, and the person who asked her to join the team. I am her sister-in-law. So I asked Linda to join. Linda's been with me for a long time, and then Linda asked Jessica to join, and now we're all sales directors together. So I'm kind of like the grandma here. And literally, so let's talk about literally, because I started in Mary Kay 47 years ago, and I was 27 years old. So if you're good at math, you can figure that out real quick. And I have absolutely loved this business. Now, I was a school teacher when I started. Well, actually, I was an elementary school teacher. I had taught school in Wamego, Kansas. That's the first place I ever heard the words Mary Kay. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't wear makeup, and I had acne. That was me. And this one woman, one of the other teachers who always looked put together and beautiful, and everybody loved her as a teacher, but she also was the most beautiful teacher there. And one day, feeling as frumpy as I usually did as a school teacher in elementary school, I said to her in the lounge, what makeup do you use? Because I knew nothing about makeup. And she said, well, I use Mary Kay. Like, is there anything else? I had never heard of that product before. And that night, I went to a Girl Scout meeting. I was the senior Girl Scout leader with another teacher. We hadn't communicated that day, but I went that evening to this Scout meeting. And lo and behold, here's two Mary Kay consultants. Now, I heard about Mary Kay for the first time at lunch that day. And that evening after school, two Mary Kay consultants came into my life. And they wanted to give facials to these girls. And so that was why they were there. And there was one sentence in the story that they told about the product. His smooth, unblemished skin gave the appearance of being that of a man many years younger. That was part of the high tanner story that we told at every single facial. Well, I heard that story and I go, that's probably a crock of baloney, but smooth, unblemished skin. I wanted smooth, unblemished skin. And so I said, so we went home. They were going to come back in 2 weeks to give the girls facials, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. And so I called one of the girls that lived right there in town. And I said, do I have to wait 2 weeks to try that stuff? And she said, no. When would you like to? And I said, I would like to do it tonight if I could. And so bless her heart, she had to finish up supper. She packed her bag. She came to my house and gave me my very first facial. I found out later that I was her very first facial. She was a brand new consultant and had never given anybody a facial. So I'm sure she was scared to death. But we have to this day a flip chart. So she read it, turned the page, squirted. And I've told anybody, if you can read, squirt, and turn a page, you can do this Mary Kay business. So anyway, I tried the skincare for the first time that night, fell in love with it, and I have been in love with this product for 47 years. Now, we moved, like 3 or 4 months later, we moved out to Colorado from Kansas, and I kind of put it on the shelf and didn't use it. And then I forgot why I liked it. And, I met this Mary Kay consultant. She was carrying little pink bags that I recognized. And I said, oh, you're a Mary Kay consultant. And she said, yes, do you use it? And I said, yes, I do. Well, I hadn't really put it on for several months. But she said, oh, who's your consultant? I said, well, I moved here. I don't have a consultant anymore. And so now in this day and age, with the internet and all that, I've got customers all over the country. But back then, you pretty much got it from a local consultant. And so she said, well, what's your name and number, wrote it down. And for 2 years, she called me on the phone. And she would say, hi, this is Sue with Mary Kay. Are you running low on anything? And I said, oh, no, I still have plenty. Well, after 2 years, she finally said, you don't use it, do you? I said, no, it's just kind of sitting there. And be another facial so you can remember how to use it and just use up that product that you bought. And I was impressed because she wasn't trying to sell me anything. She wanted me to use what I had. And I said, sure, that would be great. Because by this time I had retired from teaching school. I had this brand new little baby, and I wanted to stay home with this baby. And so she said, and I knew that I didn't have any money to buy the product, because when I quit teaching, more than half of our income was gone. So we were like very, very short on money. And so I remembered that you got free product if you held a party. And so I said, could I have a party? And she said, well, of course, that would be great. We scheduled it. And then the time came and she called to confirm it. And I said, oh, I can't do it. Something came up. And we did that 3 times. 3 times I canceled on that poor woman. Each time she rescheduled me. And finally she said, you know what? Let's forget the party. Let me just come over and give you a facial. I want you to remember how to use this product. So I let her come over, and I remember that her walking up my my front sidewalk. Here she was in her cute little skirt. I remember that polyester A-line skirt that she had made herself, because we made all of our clothes back then on the sewing machine. And she just was petite and cute, and she was everything that I thought I wasn't. I was fat and frumpy, had this baby on one hip, and I met her with a ripped maternity shirt, because maternity blouses were still more comfortable than something tight. And so anyway, she came to my door. We had that facial. She asked, I loved it. I go, oh my gosh, this stuff feels wonderful. And she said, listen, if money were no object, what would you like? So we made a wish list. And I wrote, she wrote down everything that I wanted, which was everything she'd put on my face. But I said, I just can't afford anything. And she said, that's all right. Have you ever thought about doing this? And here's what I said to her. I wouldn't be caught dead doing what you do. I mean, that's how blunt I was. I said that right to her face. And bless her heart, Sue has been my best friend for all these 47 years. So she didn't get offended by that. And why did I say it? Is because she was cute, skinny, and beautiful. Everything that I thought I was. And nobody in their right mind would buy any cosmetic from me, because I knew nothing about it and I had acne. And so that's why I said that. She said, well, that's all right. But I did ask this question. I said, how much money do you make? I wanted to know what the commission was, because we were broke. And so she said, well, I'm not allowed to share that information. I mean, I think we've already said today that it's 50%, but she would not tell me that. She said, if you'll come with me to a meeting, kind of like what we're doing right here, but it was in person. If you'll come and let my director explain everything to you, then she'll tell you what the commission is and stuff. I said, okay, that'd be fine. So she invited me to the next one. So I said, sure. She called to confirm that she was picking me up. I canceled, and we canceled 3 times. Now I canceled my party 3 times. I canceled that 3 times. And on the 3rd time, I told my husband, this really nice lady is going to call and confirm, and would you tell her I'm sick? Sure enough, back then you answered every phone call, because no caller ID, he didn't know who it was, but I knew she was going to call. He answered the phone and he said, I am so sorry, she's not feeling well, she's sick, she won't be able to go. And so the very next day in the mail, I got a get well card. Well, I felt so bad because I'd lied to her, that I said, Dan, that was my other husband, not the one currently that's in the other room. But I said, Dan, she's going to call me again to reschedule. So I'm going to go with her, or she'll call forever. I mean, she was so nice when she called. And so anyway, I did go to the next one. As I walked out the door, my husband said, don't you dare sign anything. And I said, oh, I wouldn't. There's no way I would do this. So I went to that meeting, and her director explained everything. She talked about the 50% commission. She talked about the buyback guarantee, that I would be risking 10 cents on a dollar, that I couldn't do this. And I thought, well, and we had no bonuses back then. Now with bonuses, there's zero risk. And I thought, well, 10 cents on a dollar, maybe I could do that. And she talked about God first, family second, career third. She talked about the flexibility. You work when you want to work. And I was desperate for money. My husband got paid once a month. He brought home the paycheck on the first of the month, and it was less than my teaching salary, and that was pretty bad. And so we paid our bills. We paid for the house to keep a roof over our head. We paid for baby food for the baby. We put aside money so my husband could go back and forth to work for that next month so that he could bring home another paycheck. And then we had very few dollars left to pay the light bill, the insurance, the this, the that, everything you had to pay, and food. And so I just thought if I had 50 extra dollars, that would change my life. And that was my goal, was to make 50 extra dollars. And I thought, could I do this selling makeup when I don't even wear it, know nothing about it? I wasn't even sure where eyeshadow really went. I figured it close to the eye area. That was how dumb I was with makeup. And heaven forbid would I ever wear lipstick. No way was I going to put any lipstick on. And I'll tell you what, Sue told me to put it on every single day. And every time I walked by a mirror, I was to look at myself in the mirror and I would just go, ooh, that looks so bad. And I was using the lightest color that they had. And so I would do it. And every time I went by, I looked and I got used to seeing myself in it. But you know what my husband said to me? He said, you sure have been looking nice lately. I wish you'd keep that up. And I go, okay, buddy. I said, I'll do that if I hear a compliment now and then, because I said, if you don't care, why should I? And so I started wearing it, and then I started caring for myself, not just because of him. But as I came back from that meeting where I heard all these wonderful things about this business, my husband, as I walked in, I said, let me tell you what I learned. He says, I don't want to hear it. And he went to bed. And so they had told me, if you hear this and you toss and turn and you can't go to sleep, then you might as well give up. You should do it. If you just go to sleep and never give it another thought, then it's not for you. And so of course, I tossed and turned. And then I just decided, well, the next morning I said, Dan, I need you to listen. And so he sat there with his arms crossed like this, and he listened to me. And he said, they have sold you a bill of goods. There's no company that's like that. And so I go, yeah, you're probably right. He went to work. They gave me 3 days to let them know yes or no. And I thought nobody would ever ask me again to do this. So this was my one and only chance. And so I called my mother out in Kansas and I said, Mom, talk me out of a really, really dumb idea. And so I explained all these things about the product and, the money back, the 90% buyback guarantee and all that kind of stuff. And she said, well, Donna, I know you need money. What have you got to lose? It sounds like you can't lose. You might as well try it. You'll never know if you don't. And I said, that's right. So my husband walked in the door. Now we're talking 47 years ago. Culture has changed. You kind of ask your husband and got his blessing before you did something way back when. Now we just do it. But anyway, I said, guess what? My mother thinks I should do this. And he goes, well, I wish your mother would stay out of things. He said, okay, you can do it on 5 conditions. 1, you can't neglect the baby. 2, you can't neglect me. 3, you can't neglect the house. 4, if it costs money, you have to find your own money. And 5, if you get rich, you have to share it with me. Now, he's no longer in the picture. I have a new one. He's very supportive. But I will say that my other one became very supportive, especially when the cars came and that sort of thing and the money. So this is a wonderful, wonderful job. I love it for the flexibility. I was always able to be at all of my kids' school events, basketball games, baseball games, everything that they had, because I could work my business around it. So I would have to say flexibility is my favorite thing still to this day. And, I've told this husband, I said, I'm going to be doing this with my little cane, delivering little pink sacks. I am never quitting. Oh, my word is dynasty. That's my secret word.
Awesome. Thank you, Donna. Oh my gosh, I learned so much about Donna's story. I was just staring at you, Donna, and just I couldn't take my eyes away. So away and ears away. Gosh, you guys, didn't you love her story? Told her consultant, all these consultants no a million times. They still followed up, a friendly follow-up, just setting the get well card, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry I faked being sick. And that's the Mary Kay culture, right? We send cards out, and we care about one another. It's not just a one-time thing, like, come to this thing, this is what I want you to do. We care about each other, and I love that, because we got to see the culture in Mary Kay through your story and everything. And I love that. Just and getting $50 could change someone's life. Someone just made an extra $50 a month, and then now the diamonds and all the free cars and all the fun stuff. But thank you, Donna, for really letting us see that culture in Mary Kay and hearing about your story. I haven't sat and listened to your story, even though I've known Donna my whole life, my whole Mary Kay life. So thank you, Donna, for sharing tonight. And Victoria, I always love hearing your story too, about your daughters just pushing you to join and encouraging you, and just that culture too, being anywhere in the world with Mary Kay, not even knowing the language. So, and now you're here, look at you. So thank you guys for sharing. I love your story. So guests, we have a lot of people on today. Keep commenting. Every single comment you do gets you entered in our drawing. So I have lots of you commenting. So keep the comments coming. Everything we say, keep it going, because after I'm done talking, I'm going to give it away to Victoria to wrap us up so that I can do the drawing. So keep those comments coming. Every comment gets you into our live drawing. So keep it coming. All right. Well, I am Jessica. I'm super excited to be on here tonight. So I have been in Mary Kay for 16 years. I actually joined Mary Kay right when I had graduated college. I was just looking for a little bit something extra to do. I can't believe that was 16 years ago. But I just was looking for a little something to do. And my friend Tim, he was like, I was like, just having fun, all the things. I'm all about fun, by the way. I got the pom-pom. I'm like, woo. We call it a high eye in Mary Kay, just all fun, no details. So anyways, I just graduated college, and my friend Tim was like, hey, I'm going on a road trip back home to Kansas. Do you want to go with me? You could be my date for my brother's wedding. And I was like, Kansas? I've never been to Kansas before. And I'm like, sure, let's go. And so I never been really anywhere, and let alone on too much of a road trip. So anyways, Tim and I drove out to Kansas. We were out there, and he's like, by the way, before we, go to my brother's wedding, I want you to come to my mom's house. We're going to sit down. She's going to show you some products. And I'm like, you tricked me. I think you tricked me. But it was the best trick ever, because I sat down at the table. His mom, which is my director now, Linda, she talked to me about the products. I tried Mary Kay products. Actually, for the second time, one of my friends in college, she was a consultant as well, and I was her first face and got to try the products with her, and then she kind of phased out of it. So my second time hearing about it was with Linda. Tried the products on. I could not believe how amazing my face felt just after one time. I say that all the time to everyone. I'm like, look at your face just after one time. And so I love, so I tried all the products. She told me about the business. She was like, it's only $100 to get started. And at that time, I didn't have much money. I just graduated college. I didn't have my teaching job yet. And so I was like, well, I might be able to find $100 somewhere. So if there's a will, there's a way. It's like, I don't have $100 to buy a purse, but hey, I might as well try this, for Mary Kay. So I scrounged up $100, and Tim said, here's a $100 check. If in 1 year you are not successful in this, you get to cash this $100 check, and you don't have to ever talk about Mary Kay again. but give it a try. And so actually like 10 years after that, I actually was moving out or into my next house, and I found that $100 check, and I'm like, oh, Tim, thank you so much for introducing this Mary Kay thing to me. So anyways, Linda had the pink Cadillac, on her driveway. She talked about, how you can make money in this business. And I was like, I'm waiting for my dream teaching job. So, I don't know about this, but let's just try. So my first challenge was to see some faces and pamper some people. So my mom had a party for me, and she had people. I remember it vividly, 16 years ago. And my sister had a party for me, and she had people. And then each of those people had a party. And then each of those people had a party. And then each of those people had a party. And then each of those people had a party. And I was like, okay, how do I know this lady? And I could like trace it back to that first party. And then I was like, oh my gosh, where do I even know this lady from? And I could trace it back. And it was so cool because all I did was really focus on seeing faces. And then I just started knowing all these people. And I was like, so connected to all these people, getting to know my sister's friends, family, getting to know my mom's friends, family. And I was like, oh my gosh, my favorite thing is like quality time, being around people, getting to know them. And that's what I got to do with this Mary Kay business. I got to get to know people and spend time with them and learn about their whole lives. And I can tell them about my whole life. And it was like, oh my gosh, we're just sitting around, and the products were like our vehicle of, showing the products, having that be their vehicle. And sometimes when you're an adult, you can't just say, hey, Donna, do you want to be my friend? Hey, Victoria, you seem really fun. Do you want to be my friend? Like, it's like, I want to be friend. The products get to be our vehicle of, like, hey, do you want a free pampering session? You seem awesome. And so that's what I love is like the relationship in this business. So anyways, I just did a little bit of that. I went to my first meeting. I learned about a business opportunity. And then I got hired as a 6th grade teacher. And still those 6th graders scare me a little bit. So 6th grade was a little scary for me. And so the nice thing about this business is it can roll with your life. So I kind of just paused. I still had my people reordering that needed to reorder, and that kind of kept me going through that year. And then once I survived that year, I got to teach 3rd grade. And then I kept kind of going on with my business, but I never, I kind of stopped here and there. I know there for a while. I stopped for a couple years. And then one day I called Linda when Tim was getting married. I went to his wedding. Fast forward a couple years, and I called Linda and I said, okay, I'm ready to get going again like I did before. And she probably about like just died because she was like, oh, she's alive. She's ready to go again. And so it's nice because you can kind of just, Mary Kay can go with your life. If there's ups and downs in your life where you're like, this is not, for me right now, that's okay. You can pick it up and kind of going around. And so if it was ever a company that you had to just keep going full force your whole time and you couldn't pause, I probably wouldn't be here still 16 years later. But the fact that I could kind of ebb and flow with my business, work in the summers, hard in the summers, and then just kind of reorders through the year, and then hard on like spring break, and then reorders through the year. That's kind of what has kept me going. And then so once I got restarted again, I just started working my business again, seeing faces. We earned our first car as a unit when I was a consultant. So that was very exciting as a consultant to earn a car. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? This is amazing. And then we're actually on target right now for our 4th free car. And I'm still an elementary school teacher. I've been teaching alongside Mary Kay and teaching for 16 years. And I just officially signed the paperwork. I know many teachers are watching this now. Some of you know, some of you don't. But next year I'm going to do part-time teaching, and I'm going to do full-time Mary Kay. So I'm doing a little half and half thing going on there. But I'm really excited about how this business is just going to kind of flow and everything. So I love so many things about my business. One, we all said flexibility in a different way. Love flexibility. I love the money. I love, the extra money is amazing. When you're like Donna said, when you start off teaching, you have zero money. And so now it's like, oh my gosh, I have money and I can help do these fun things on the side. And, we make 50%. So best selling direct selling company in the world. We're number 1 right now. We have amazing products. Our products are at their highest standard, safety, and quality. They've been tested, research tested. We actually follow the European Union standards to make sure our products are at their highest and best quality. We just really get a dream in Mary Kay. I don't think if I would have just kept going on and never had Mary Kay in my life, I probably just would have been doing the 9-to-5 teaching for the rest of my life. And who knows, I've been 99 or whatever age you can retire and just keep on going. And I never knew that there was something greater. And now I get to dream big. I get to think about, wait, maybe I don't have to do this for forever. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can help millions of women. Maybe I can help just have the dreams and everything. So I just love the dreams, the hope, the products, the just setting goals and helping people achieve their goals. And then just really the positive thinking. Today, all day I was thinking, what am I meant to talk about today? And just talking to people, how's your day going? And so many people are like, oh, my day. And in the Mary Kay world, we're like, Victoria, how's your day? And she's like, whoa, it's amazing. I'm doing this. And Donna, how's your day? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And so it's amazing. Our lives are amazing. So thank you guys for listening tonight. My secret word is gems. We're the gems unit in my group. So Jessica's gems, and we're a gem unit because each gem is unique, just like a gemstone. And so I love bringing women into this business, sharing with them, hearing their unique stories, and then seeing them shine and doing great things. So, oh my gosh, the comments are exploding. I will pop those comments on here right now. You guys are amazing with those comments. I'm going to pass it back to Victoria for her to tell you about some promos we have tonight, and then I'm going to catch up on the comments. So, take it away, Victoria.
Yay, awesome, ladies. Oh my gosh, love your stories. I know Jessica's stories. I've heard that so many times, but every time it's something new and I love it. Yeah, dreams. I mean, because we talk to so many people in this business, we meet so many people. I mean, unfortunately, so few people just dream. People don't dream, and it's so sad. And I personally learned how to dream in Mary Kay 18 years ago. We make dream posters and all those things, and it's yeah, I mean, that's a cool thing that we dream, and some people don't, and it's sad. So just being in this company, part of the culture, you would learn how to dream, right? That's a cool thing. And then positivity. Oh my gosh, this is this true. I mean, people are a little bit yeah, my husband today is oh, I don't want to work. It's how are you doing? I was I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm excited. So yeah, and it's just because we have so mmany things to be excited about, so many things to earn, to run after, to become the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? So, and she's I wake up excited every day. Okay, I'm going to do all those things, I know what I'm going to do. I have my to-do list and stuff. And it's I'm excited about my life, about every day, about my business, about meeting people. So yeah, how, I mean, put in the comments how many of you here on this call, how many of you are excited every day, wake up excited. So just curious, out of curiosity. And Donna, oh my gosh, your story, here's the legacy of Mary Kay. That's what I never, because the company is in 39 countries right now. And when I joined Mary Kay, in this small, 10,000 people, Belarusian town, I never, for some a little bit of money and, $100, that was my kind of goal. And, some products. I never thought I would be meeting women like Donna with amazing stories, legacy, who were at the beginning of the company. And when we you guys did this business differently, you know what I mean? Nowadays we do virtual appointments, we have internet and social media and websites and all that stuff. And it's yeah, I mean, 47 years ago it looked different. And especially if we were doing it that way back then, there are no excuses not to be successful in this, right? This because with all the tools the company provides, all the things and support, this is just so great. For those of you who okay, so how can I join your amazing company? So a couple of things. So basically, to join Mary Kay today, and you heard of from Jessica and from Donna, it was $100 before. So today, you guys, it's $35. as of now, like $35 to join Mary Kay. Okay. And when we share this opportunity with women, I always like, I always say that, just kind of like, don't look at it like, oh my gosh, like I'm getting married, I'm like, dropping everything I'm doing to do this Mary Kay thing. Just, I mean, give it a try. Truly, it's only $35 to start. Okay. And hey, it can change your life like it changed our lives. Yeah. And you've heard our stories. But, it's like, hey, if it doesn't work, it's okay. You can always go back being a customer and use the products and support your consultant in that way. So that's why, what the heck, $35, and you will get your personal website. So your customers, your friends, your family members can shop with you. You also will get a platform that we use to process credit cards. That's what the company provides for us, all those tools. You will get access to all the education, all the events, which is great. $35, you guys, truly. And then there are two add-on options, and so it's $45, kind of like a sample pack. Okay, those samples that you can share with your friends and family members, mail it to people who want to try products. And then there is a 90, is it 90, right? $90 starter kit option, which it's a beautiful bag with demo products, mirrors and trays, all those supplies that you need to do in-person appointments. Okay, but the original starter kit is $35, you guys, to start. Okay, so if you kind of like listen to our stories, and as Donna said, like, yeah, just sleep on it. Okay, I personally call it pink pillow test. Okay, yeah, if you kind of like go to bed without thinking, and just wake up not thinking about Mary Kay, maybe it's not for you. But if you like wake up, especially, just like something touched your heart from our stories, and yeah, just why not to give it a try? Just $35, truly. So yeah, and be sure that you text those 3 secret words to your consultant to get those entries into the drawing, and then she will ask you a couple of questions to get your feedback, and that would give you the second entry. Yeah, so you can still, those who are watching this event recorded, you still can participate till Sunday, and get entries into the drawing by Sunday. And we are so appreciate you guys supporting your consultant, joining this event. We cannot wait to hear your feedback, and I think now it's time for the drawing, right, Jessica?
Yes, we're ready for the drawing. Woohoo! All right, we got so many comments in there. You guys we're crushing it. I was trying to get everyone's comments right at the end. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, here we go. All right, our winner is Cynthia. Woo! Awesome. Nice job, Cynthia. Definitely text whoever invited you tonight. I think it was Donna, maybe. Text or make sure she has your address, and then we'll get you a prize. Nice job. And then everyone else, your names will go into the drawing for our $100. And Cynthia, your name will go into the drawing for our $100 product giveaway. So thank you guys so much for being on here again. Have a great, wonderful night, everyone.
Yay, thank you for being here.
Thank
Have
you.
a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.